Echoes of the Silent World. The ocean had swallowed the coasts long before Elias Ferris realized he was alone. He didn't feel it at first. In the immediate aftermath, those searing days of ozone-bleached glare when the sky burned orange with ash, Elias had too much work to do. He siphoned fuel from overturned cars, patched solar panels onto a rust-red farmhouse, and catalogued supplies with the brisk efficiency of someone who once managed inventory for a mid-sized grocery chain. Only after the drones went quiet did the silence bloom. No distant engines, no barking dogs, no late-night radio chatter bouncing off the ionosphere. Sound became a private thing, his own footsteps through wheat skeletons, the creak of a wind-bent barn door, the steady drum of his pulse in one ear. He began talking aloud so words wouldn't forget how to form. Year 1. Rituals. Elias marked the first anniversary with a breakfast of sugared cereal, once a guilty pleasure, now a precious artifact. He set an extra bowl across from him because his mother always said no one should celebrate alone. That night he wrote the world a letter. I'm still here. I forgive you. Do you forgive me? He placed it in a mason jar and buried it beneath the oak behind the farmhouse, where the roots could cradle it like a heartbeat. Year 3. Discoveries. The storms left behind peculiar gifts, glass-smooth beaches where lightning had fused sand, and fields peppered with twisted metal sculptures that were once power lines. Elias learned to navigate by these accidental landmarks. In what had been a children's science museum, he found a planetarium still intact. The generator snarled to life, and the dome filled with artificial stars, each one a reminder of lights now extinguished on Earth. Elias lay on the tilted seats and pretended the rows behind him were full. For the first time he cried, without shame. Year 5. The voice static ruled the airwaves until midsummer, when a burst of melody, 3 piano notes, crackled through his battered shortwave. He froze, adjusted dials, nothing. Then again, a flat F, C, his name in sound. Elias spent months triangulating. He erected relay towers of salvaged copper, scribbled signal strength on water-stained atlases. Autumn cooled to winter before he found the source, an abandoned coastal observatory, its transmitter locked in feedback, looping the final fragment of a song. There was no pianist waiting, just gulls and the smell of brine. Yet standing there, Elias felt an inexplicable warmth, proof that the universe could still surprise him. He recorded the 3 notes onto a hand-crank music box, pocket-sized hope he wound every dusk. Year 9. Footprints. Snow revealed what dirt concealed. On a January morning, Elias discovered a single line of footprints crossing the interstate. Human, smaller than his own. They ended at a collapsed overpass as if the maker had taken flight. He camped there for days, leaving stacks of canned peaches as breadcrumb invitations. No one came, and fresh snowfalls swallowed the prints. But belief had taken root. He began writing stories addressed to the other one, tucking them into jars at crossroads. I planted tomatoes in the community garden on 5th. Red ones. Come July, help yourself. Hope, he realized, was less about outcome and more about the momentum it gave his legs. Year 12. Convergence. July arrived golden and fragrant. Elias carried 2 baskets to the garden, a ritual now, and paused. Half the tomatoes were missing. In their place lay a jar. He opened it with trembling fingers. Inside, a single silver ring and a note scrawled in charcoal. Thank you for breakfast. Meet me when Orion returns. Orion would crest the eastern horizon in late November. Elias spent the interim rebuilding the planetarium projector, restitching the seats, brushing dust from the aisles, preparing a temple for reunion. Year 12, November 18th. Night draped itself over the dome. Elias wound the music box. The 3 notes danced like fireflies. Footsteps approached. A silhouette entered the projection's starlight. Another survivor, eyes wide, cheeks tear-bright. Neither spoke. Words were brittle things compared to sight, to presence. He offered the second seat. She took it. Above them, Orion ignited, a hunter forever chasing. Elias exhaled 12 years of solitude. The planetarium's artificial sky could not show dawn, yet somewhere beyond its metal shell, the real constellations marched on, witnesses to a world that, while broken, was no longer empty. And in that hush, beneath both false and true stars, humanity began again with 2 heartbeats sinking in the dark.